What up guys, /bash124 here with a overview video of my trophy truck build that I've been working on recently. Sorry it's been so long since I posted any other videos. Not that I'm really popular on YouTube or anything, but in my defense, I've been busy with school and homework and such. I've been a little lazy about really doing much. So to the truck, this is my trophy truck build based on the desert trucks you can see out, like BJ Baldwin's truck, the Camberg team racing truck, all those guys, super long travel, ridiculous torque, powerful, super loud trucks out there in the desert. Super awesome. They're really cool to watch. So, to the truck. This actually started as just a concept in October, November-ish. I was planning on using, I was going to start by using a Rustler chassis, which I didn't even attempt to use because I figured out it was really too narrow to use that, and really wouldn't be able to fit all my electronics and transmission and everything in there, and batteries. So I actually fabricated my very own chassis out of steel that I got from Home Depot. I bought two 1x1 foot plates. These are probably 1 to 2 millimeter thickness. I use that, and it's actually not ideal for a project like this because it's really heavy, so it really adds to the weight of the truck, and it rusts. Because I live close to the ocean, it's all salty and stuff, and it rusts everywhere. I actually used some hardware from my skateboard for this. Not ideal, but it was just sort of experimenting. This chassis was a total failure. I didn't take very much time planning it out or measuring or really using my ruler and drawing stuff, but it is okay for first time. The vertical plates are not aligned at all. One of them is actually shifted higher than the other, and they're crooked, so it's not even good at all. It's terrible. I guess I learned quite a bit though, and I really need to think out these sort of things before I do them. So I used long threaded screws with nuts and plumber's tubing from Home Depot, and bolted the vertical plates together. Had about actually five of those going along. I took 2 of them out. I don't remember why exactly. I also have aluminum angle pieces to hold the vertical plates to the chassis, and then I have this little piece. It's part of my battery hold down that I had. It didn't hold it down. I didn't have any Velcro or anything to hold the battery down, but this one's terrible failure, miserable failure. So, version 2. This is actually my current version. I don't have a version 3. I probably will someday. all my drawings and designs on there, but and then I cut it out. And it's really nice, thick aluminum, not too flexy, but just enough flex. Well, actually, it's a little bit of flex there. For any like super hard crashes or anything, it'll flex, but not to the point where the chassis will bend and stay that way. I'm actually thinking about adding some supports on the sides, some angle pieces to go right here. Not the same as the ones I used on the other chassis for the vertical plates, but some extra stuff I have to go along here. It acts sort of as mud guards too, which will be cool. So to the actual build itself, yesterday I did a lot of the work on this. I mounted my battery. I used Velcro that I got from Home Depot, and then some battery post mounts here, and then one right here. This battery is not going anywhere, like hard landing or anything. It's staying in place. I can put this like this over here. I'm actually thinking about trimming the sides off right here for easier placement of the battery, because it's not very easy to put it in and take it back out. Sort of have to shove it. Not very fun to take out, but that's how that works. Let's see. I'm using the Rustler upper deck here, just like I said on the other one. And I'm mounting my receiver up here, also because I don't really have any other place to put it, not next to ESC. No really room or anything. And I wanted to keep it waterproof in this waterproof box, just in case, you never know. So just use the Rustler waterproof receiver box. And then I'm using running ProTrack front A-arms, which really gave it a nice scale look, with Jado turnbuckles and links. I was actually running Jado front A-arms before my stock slash, and one of those broke, but I kept the links on and using those. They're a little long for the ProTrack A-arms, but I was able to tighten them a lot. Get that working well. Actually, an interesting problem I've seen is that I think because of the way the links are and the length of them, at full droop, the wheels point a little bit inward. It's kind of hard to see, or maybe not, but they point inward. And then once, like, not at resting, but if I push it down a little bit, where it would probably be if it was running, they point like straight forward, which is interesting. I don't know how much that'll affect the handling, but we'll see. I'm using plastic shocks with titanium nitride shock shafts and blue aluminum caps, and then one of these big spacers here, because if I didn't have this here, the spring would have space in between here and the top of it, and that wouldn't really work so well. The front shocks are a little bit stiff still, but I have no idea how it's going to work during testing because I haven't tested it out yet. It should be fine though. I'm going to be doing tuning to it, so see how well it works. Oh yeah, so I'm with the Rustler upper deck here. There's no room for the support piece that goes here on our stock slash. This is a slash bumper, by the way. I modified a little bit, look more scalish. There's no room for the spacer or the support to go, so it's kind of flimsy here. I plan on buying an RPM front bumper though, for more rigidity and more scale look, and it doesn't need that spacer there. So on the servo, I'm using a really disgusting, like, old servo. They're super slow and doesn't have enough torque that I'd want. I'm going to be upgrading to probably just a Traxxas 2075 from eBay or something, which will work better than this. Better steering. I'm using slash 4x4 bell cranks in here. Nice geometry. They work pretty well. Using a VXL 3S speed control. I don't know how long I'll be using that because I'm also using a Leopard 2150 kilovolt motor. I plan on putting in there, which actually is rated for up 2S to 6S LiPo. So I may be replacing the VXL3S with the SC8 ESC. I think that goes up to 4S. I could be wrong though. And also using an RPM transmission, the Valenian 3500 just using here for reference. Using an RPM transmission here because on the stock one it has the tabs for the A-arms and those would be in the way. I'm trying to mount this. I had to modify a little bit. I had to Dremel off this piece. There's another one of these. I had to Dremel that off for clearance with the battery because of an issue I'll talk about a little bit later. Yeah, so it's going to be in here sort of like this, actually mounted at an angle. I'll explain that. And here I'm using HPI Wheelie King shocks. These are really nice, super long travel. I've seen many other people with these builds using HPI East Savage shocks. Couldn't really find those for a good deal on Tower Hobbies though. They're like aluminum ones for like 120 bucks. Not gonna spend that, but these are really nice, long travel. They came with some little bottle of oil. I have no idea what viscosity it is, but it's really smooth and soft. I kind of like it. And here I have HPI mini trophy truck trailing arms. They're a little flexy. I kind of wish they were stronger. I was gonna use the RC 4-wheel drive hardcore slash trailing arms. Those would be perfect for this because of they're like aluminum and they're really nice. I saw them actually go into stock one day on rc4wheeldrive.com, but they went out of stock quickly because they're not really making that kit anymore. I wish they were though. But yeah, so I'm using this on both sides, and I have axial Wraith Rock Racer rear axle with an offset diff, which is really inconvenient because of the angle the drive shaft has to go to get to the transmission. But it's the only one I could find because I hadn't done enough research yet to find any other ideas. But it's the perfect wheel base or wheel track or whatever you call it for SC truck. I actually looked at, after I bought this and put it all together, I looked at getting a Wheelie King axle, rear axle, because like many other people have used them.